should be. Hopefully we're in business. Well, it looks like maybe my upload speed is being cooked. Don't know, can you see me here? It's a new camera, so hopefully it works, but I don't know if we're going to be laggy. Does it look okay? Does it sound okay? Can you hear anything? Yeah, it's a new camera. I got asked to do, can you hear it? Got asked to do a demo of this camera thing, but it seems to work all right. Can I move this? Yeah, right. But yeah, let me know if it's looking all right. See, you find that the voice is a bit low. The voice should be the same as always. Try turn up the volume. Hey, only frets, exactly, yeah. I'm going to show my G string. Hey Mark. Hey Brian. What is Cam? It's an OBS tail air. Voice okay on his feed, Johnny D. Looks good, says Tonal Travels. Apologies if I'm saying that incorrectly, sorry. So is this better than normal? Right, as I ponder that question for you. Anyone got some changes they want me to try and play over? With those glasses you look John Mayerish. Oh dear. Might be the guitar that does it. Johnny D asks, is this a Helix? It is. It's my dual amp preset if you're interested in trying that. If you look in the dual amp folder. Footprints, okay. That was it, wasn't it, right? Bad joke guitars. Who's this going to be then? Right, okay. 3, 3. Right, I need to go to half speed so it will actually fit. Do I keep any of my Les Pauls when you sold your stuff for the Telecaster? I've still got a K-line Les Paul, yeah. try this. So melodies, we're in C minor start. C minor start, yeah? F minor, so still in C minor. We're gonna go to F sharp minor here. Ah, bollocks. I actually bought a Pog too, Jake. F sharp minor, A minor, F minor. What's the bugle board? Pretty spicy changes to play instead of the normal turnaround that Charlie Allen showed me and Jake. Right, let's try and be sad over this. Wait, shut up, Jake. Ah. Hey, Jim. What are you doing tomorrow for dinner, Jim? On the turnaround, we're going to F sharp minor first of all, beeps. F sharp minor, minor third up to A minor. F sharp minor, A minor, F minor, D minor. There we go, like that. To hit the A minor there. Hey Jim. Tor reckons I sound better with a Strat than a Tele. Does this count as a Strat? I think I sound pretty average on everything, so it doesn't really matter. Let's try and do some common stuff. Right, so what I could do, let's talk strategy quickly, gang. Right, so C minor. So we're going from F sharp minor to A minor. We could just stay on an F major triad for that. Strat is the third lung. What does that mean? Strategy, would that work for strategy? Or we could do A major to so A major. Other thing is over that D minor. Yeah, Tom, mine was ironic. The whole point was that I'm nobody's tried to put a guitar together. I thought Telecaster was the only appropriate name for mine. What is your position on a Strat for chords and rhythm? If it's got gain on the rhythm, like chunkier stuff, like if you were talking about like, I don't know, a Teenage Dirtbag or something like that, sorts of things you have to play on function gigs, I would go bridge. If it's clean, neck. For me, none of the other positions really get used live. I think it's a bit of a waste in the way that I use a Strat, but that is reality for me. Watched your video the other day on Strats vs Teles and thought your comparison to the current Middle East situation was spot on, if not controversial. Yeah, it was good of you to bring that up, Jim. And yeah, at least we're not talking about my grandma's cancer now, you know? Robophonic says, did I come up with this non-diatonic chord progression? No, it's a Wayne Shorter tune called Footprints. I wasn't using the laptop camera before, I was using a Logitech webcam. Get you an actual picture of my grandma if you want to use that. Anyway, such stuff as that. What I would probably do if I was practicing this properly would be to slow. Let's just take that slow. Well, I need to be in my right. So, loop up. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. turn them all into minor chords there. Hey Rolf. The other thing, we could treat them all as 5 chords, right? Like that. There's some different options. That's kind of fun. Jared says, come to Nashville. You could pull a crowd at the Underdog easy. Isn't that a pretty busy place, like with Jack and Guthrie? How have you built confidence to perform? This helps, to be honest with you. And the thing that I've kind of learned over the years is that no one really cares as much as you. My buddy Jake is in the comments here. Like, we both feel a certain way about our playing on a gig and after a gig, but it's best to just put that aside and just try and enjoy playing with your friends. Not like that. You get what I mean, though. So now treating it as minor chords, all like. F minor. I'm getting a lot of adverts. Anyone else getting one where it's just a black screen and a voice is telling you to end it all? I've had that for a while, Steve. I hope you're doing well, Steve. Unbelievable. Yeah, no, Jim's getting. I think Jim's ads are all saying it's looking up, bro. To be honest, Jim's on this new positive thing. He's like really bouncing back from some of the things that have been holding him back in the past. Right, let's try Dorian. Right, so now the F minor becomes like an E major, then a G major. So E major to G major, then to E flat, then to C major. Whew, this could be hard. Right, so E major. Where am I at? Right, I lost myself there. so there's something there. I'm going to try on the F to go for F sharp Dorian, then A minor. The A1 treat is like Mixolydian. And the F. Can we hear the bridge pick up? You can. PRS trem, not come back to pitch link. Ask Jeremy to look at the nut. Jeremy's staying away from my nut. Is EJ your biggest influence? I would say maybe early Gary Moore was a big influence in Thin Lizzy. Then John Petrucci and Dream Theater. Then Eric Johnson is maybe the bridge out of that. And Jonathan Kreisberg, maybe. Those are like my 4 sort of favourite things. Obviously I don't really play like any of them, but you get what I mean. Like it was my 4 favourite things maybe? Probably. Right, where was I at? So yeah, those are some ideas for playing over that sort of thing. Any other sort of things you want to talk about, request? We've got Grandma reminiscing on the time that I dressed up. Ooh, Ian has dropped a $4.99 donation. I really appreciate that. That helps to give me motivation to keep doing live streams. Cheers, Ian. Thank you very much. Jim has always accused me of being entirely about the money, and I'd like some donations to prove that that's not the case. What was Jim saying? Oh yeah, dressing up as a prominent Black Irishman. That was, a moment for me, formative I would call it. Right, let's play something easy. Has anyone noticed that I've been playing this same thing in the last few videos? After the bridge. Harry's calling me a big hunk of love, insinuating that I put on some weight, which I have. This is because we've ended as lovers. My claim to jazz knowledge is that I recognise Jonathan Kreisberg playing Infant Eyes in Ronnie Scott's And there were 2 people to witness that. One of them might be in the chat and the other one might be as well. Is that a record? Ken, what were the guitars? Here's another cool thing that you can do. So say you've got something like, because we've ended as lovers. Steve is just learning lots of different tunes, really. So instead of going to the C, I'm going to go to the A minor. It's like a little bit of a light rehum. So this should give us basically it's exactly the same sort of harmonic home, but should just give us a bit of a different vibe. That's quite cool. Japan, Orville, Les Paul. Let's try that again. Try this with different chords from that C major A minor home, just to hopefully show you that you can do some cool things. Ian says he's been encouraged by the bars in Nashville to go direct. Is that really happening? One of the things that I hear, my buddy Jake's been to Nashville and he says that some of the people there, hey Jeff, hope you're doing well, are using Fender Tone Masters, as in Fender Tone Master Deluxe Reverb type stuff. think so, Jim. I think the telearch has got to continue, but my hand definitely feels different and better after resting from that V-neck. So I think I'm going to have to speak to Nacho about making me a C-neck, is what I'm concluding at the moment. I could be wrong, but hopefully. The fractal FM3 or FM9, I guess, would be my ultimate sort of thing. I know my buddy Jake has borrowed mine. I know Ben Flanders over in Nashville uses one. I would suggest that the fractal stuff can't really be beaten. That might be a good bet. If you've already got tube amps that you really like, then maybe capturing those might be a good bet. But yeah, fractal with some good in-ears I think is about as good as you can get. Right, let's try this. So instead of going to that A minor, we want to go to another chord that belongs to a C major family. So I'm going to go to like F Lydian. Right, so let's try this. So we should get a similar but different vibe. Yeah, I think I have a similar thing to you, but generally what I do is I have like a 1 or 2 sort of main guitars that I'm playing all the time. I think that's the thing that Nacho became like the #1, but that V, I've had to adjust to it, and I think maybe just the adjustment doesn't suit, because as soon as I switch back to like C's, like a comfortable medium to thicker C, like it just seems fine. It's annoying, but I can't really argue with my body, I guess. And over time, I think that's something that becomes even more clear, right? Same sort of idea. Let's go to G Mixolydian V4. Try that. weird with it. Go to like a... No, that won't work. We go to like a B. This is going to sound less good, I think. How you doing? That's an interesting one. Right, is that enough of because we've ended as lovers? This Silver Sky is mine. I bought it for £1,150 used from someone. Besides the Player 2 telly I got last month, I just bought the Player 2 telly. And my telly journey has just started, says Lars. That's cool. Yes, I think my telly arc is ultimately going to end with a Nacho and a medium C. It's just figuring out how that's going to happen is the real question. Right, any other things anyone wants to talk about? So you'll just replace the neck question mark. I guess that is the question, Harry. I don't know whether Nacho might build me one. An exquisite guitar t-shirt pairing. Yes, this is my... I think this is a Primark t-shirt. Oh, maybe Sainsbury's. Matthew asks, am I still a Strat over Telly guy? Let me know in the comments, do you prefer me playing the Strat or Telly, or could you literally care less? Like, just play guitar, shut up. Let me know what you reckon. Put the stock neck up for 3,500. Yeah, see if we can get any takers on that. Whatever happened to the green Silver Sky, lovely looking thing. Silver Sky SE, I actually had 3 of them. Hey man, I was in the scene which use your music in Jack Ryan. Glad to see you doing well. Yeah, how are you doing, chap? Does Jigs have a neck like your Nacho? It's a bit different, but it's still a V. So I think it would have been the same issue for me that would creep up over time, where it's a bit like, actually, I can't use my normal technique on this guitar. Whatever you play still sound like you. It's gross, isn't it? Patrick, you had a PRS SE DGT. Do you think it's worth the money? Certainly it is now. They were quite a lot more expensive when they first came out, and I was very impressed with mine even then. Now they're a pretty decent price. As much as I love the Teles, I think your icon is that ice blue K-line. I agree. I've actually restrung it last night. I've been loving it. Can we talk about YouTubers and their courses? Every YouTuber with 100k plus subs seems to have one. Lifetime access, they say. What happens when they take down a website? Nothing's forever, Joy Buzzer asks. This is something I think about all the time. Seems like a good time to announce my course. I've got a course roadmap to playing in your bedroom with me, John Cordy, which is going to take you all the way from beginner to still being in your bedroom. But we'll have fun along the way. It's not a course, it's a prescription. Yeah. We've got a cream for that. I mean, honestly, I think the thing is that people do ask for a course. And I think it's one of those things where it's sort of satisfying a demand that seems to be there. Do you know what I mean? Where it's, yeah. I think, yeah, I'm quite cynical about most things, but people seem to buy these courses. Need to specify whose lifetime, I suppose. I'd definitely start one if I was telling them. Have JTC ever reached out to me? No, but Truefire have. John always a sort of child. Eventually, the heat death of the universe will consume us all, so just jerk it. I have been known to say that. Yeah. Do you have a stretching routine to stave off carpal tunnel, or your hand health issues only related to other problems? I don't know if I have hand health issues. It's one of those things where it's just being really aware of when your hand feels a bit weird, and trying to notice those sorts of things. I don't have a hand stretching routine, but I do. If things are starting to feel a little bit some way, I'll put like hand in ice, and I'll take garlic. You're playing the Silver Sky a lot lately. Do you like it more than the K-Line, or is it just to spare your K-Line? It's just to spare the K-Line, really. The Zen guitar guy, here's John from Spain. Well, he's not from Spain, but he's there. Yeah, I think it's something that we should all listen to slightly older guys about. Because I think in our 20s and 30s, you can sort of just get through some problems, right? Because you're young, you can kind of get away with it. But into your 30s and beyond, I think is when you should start. Like, then you do start to notice things in a bit of a different way. Do you know what I mean? Mine sounds like I'm falling down the stairs while carrying a suit of armour. It's a good sound. Will Truefire have courses from not YouTubers, Jim? That's the difference, is courses from like actual pros. I'd like to buy some of Tim Pierce's courses, but I'm hesitant to pull the trigger because unless there's a way to download and save content, I don't own anything. Do you have favourite K-Line pickups? I know the Ice Blue has the Lollers, but I have a Springfield myself, and the 64s are probably the best. I've had some 64s. I quite like the Signatures. They're quite close. Fairy Liquid is kind of on your hands, is it? Duke Skellington, Bananas and Donuts. Musicians and hand health is a very undermentioned topic. It's worth spending time on. Yeah, I think in general, sort of health and like exercise and doing stuff. True Fire approved pitch notes. I can say it, bruv. Jim, I think I liked you better when you were donating as well as being contrarian. Do you know what I mean? But now that the iced coffee sugar tax is going to hit, I understand things will have to tighten up. What's the most comfortable to play guitar you have? Afro Mike Racing asks. I think it might be either the Ice Blue K-Line or the San Bernardino, which is an offset, like Jazzmaster style. Mike Stern and I traded horror stories about handing. Didn't you both have quite similar issues? You both fell over and broke your hands, right? I told you to give up the skateboarding, John, years ago. Right. Matthew, the medium C is absolutely my favourite neck going. Joy Buzzer, the most comfortable guitar for him is the Revstar. I'm assuming him, that could be wrong. I'd like to buy a few more of them. I wish Revstar did like a single coil. Mr. Livestream, did you buy a new camera because you were bullied too much on the quality? No, I was sent this camera to do a review of, and the fact that so many of you are commenting on it, I guess is a good review, right? Yeah, Matthew, I way prefer the medium C to the SSV, I think. Duke Skellington retracts some message. Next shape of the Revstar absolutely fits me. Yeah, that's a good one. The Revstar's like a nice full C as well. Duke, you've lost your nerve. surprised this one hasn't had buffering issues. So there we go. Thank you, Jim. I can put user in timeout. Or how do I pin your comment? Pin. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Report. Go to chat. Rubbish. Matteo Mancuso and Chris Buck sell tons of those Rev Stars. Yes, those are like the two main guys, right? And maybe who's the guy from the Smashing Pumpkins, or maybe he doesn't play for them anymore. Tele versus Strat is about application, depends on what song and what genre. Finding one guitar for it all is a unicorn, I feel. I do feel like a Tele and a Strat have significant tonal overlap. Is that just me? Duke Skellington, I've taken the tips off 3 of my left-hand fingers on 3 different occasions. It's changed my playing a lot. Are you the guy from Black Sabbath? JNC, she said she was 12, gets you 12% off. That's not accurate. She said she was 40. It's more accurate. Yeah, does anyone else feel like a Tele and a Strat have a significant tonal overlap? I do sometimes feel like a bit of an imposter in some of this stuff, as I'm pretty sure that if you told me you know, would I be able to pick that out in a track as not being a Tele? Tele bridge pickup is so fat, almost like a path. You think? See, I've always thought that actually the thing that differentiates like a Tele bridge pickup is that people just accept that it's going to be bright. But it's interesting to hear you guys think you would be able to pick those things out. I'm just being honest and saying I don't really think I would, to be totally frank. I definitely watched like a Bukovac video where he was kind of doing like a blind like swap between the two. Yeah, it's just a bit like he was switching between like a Strat, Les Paul and a Tele unplugged, I think it was, and it's even then it's kind of like Strat neck pickup. You reckon you pick out anywhere? That's cool. I'm not saying they sound the same. I just think there's enough tonal overlap to me where it's like, could I be confident? You know, like when you hear him in a mix, like Eric Johnson, for instance, like Lud Van Laar's just picked up, you know, like the Manhattan solo. Can you pick out when that's switched over to an ES335? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I personally am not super confident that I pick these things apart. Joy Buzzer, what if you put a Nashville pickup in there? Yeah, the middle position in like a Les Paul and stuff is pretty interesting. what about like Hank Marvin was one of the early Strat guys, right? His was a super ambient thing. Spell of Nacho is over. It's not. It's just on hiatus. As I tried to figure out whether a V-neck works for me at all. Talking of Jack Gardner, I was watching him today, and I do think he sounds remarkably like Jack Gardner. Just whatever gear he's playing, which is kind of interesting to me because he doesn't use a ton of gain, and you'd think that like the characteristics of whatever he's playing through would come through, but to me it just sounds exactly like Jack Gardner playing whatever he's doing. So in this video that I was watching, he was using 14 Cali Suite. And he was also using Tone King, and it just sounds really similar to when he's using Morgan AC20 and all this other stuff. The hand definitely feels better. What I've been noticing is like a little bit of something in this finger, which almost makes me think like I was overcompensating on this side of my hand versus this side. It's kind of strange. Do I not anchor my right hand when playing a Strat? I anchor sometimes with this little finger. I don't know if you can see it. Shadows influenced the Beatles. George wanted a Strat badly because of Hank Marvin. Glad Georgie had Gretsch. I had a call with, thanks to Keith at 5 Watt World, I had a call with someone from Gretsch today. I just had to say to them that I've never played a Gretsch guitar. It's kind of, to me, it's one of those guitars which is like, just never had a friend who had one or been in the same room as one. Johnny D personally says there's crossover points between Tele and Strat. I think there's crossover points, yeah, and I think, yeah. The star is the driver, not the car. The Nacho was just pure temptation to sell. Would you ever pick a maple board Strat? I feel like I don't see a majority of people preferring maple to rosewood. To me, I feel like it's a bit stickier, but if it's like a relic finish, I don't notice it as much. Yeah. Hey Anard. My main Strat has a 7.8k bridge pickup with a plate on the bottom. It's modded to allow bridge plus neck tones. It's as close as I can get to my Tele. Still own the Tele for Tele stuff. Yeah, that's interesting. Gretsch is great. Ren and Stimpy theme song. Is that a Gretsch, is it? Currently borrowing a Made in Japan Gretsch from a friend. It's really great. Craftsmanship is superb. Gretsch's rule the worship field today. Yeah, I was just saying, like, I'm not really. You imagine like Eric Johnson playing a Gretsch or something like that. That one of the only players that I'm really into, like Julian Lage plays like a, even though he's mostly a Tele player these days, but his signature is basically a Gretsch, right? One of the first Stratcasters to make it to the UK was for Hank, I think, a red one. It was an import ban or something at the time on US musical instruments. No idea about any of that, but it's probably in a 5 Watt World video, right? Is a Chet Atkins fan, right? So that would make sense. Gibson 335 I used to have was a killer guitar. I've never owned a Gibson 335. Do you mean the Tokai one? I think I'd have a great Tele over an ES335, I think. This is my favourite gym bit. I was watching the Green Cuff video on getting away with mistakes as a live guitarist, and I wondered if you had any advice. I've improv my mid-song when I forgot and hit a man with my 12 Toyota Camry. Yeah, I would borrow any of your guitars, by the way, and you could borrow some of mine. At the moment, the yellow K-line is with a friend. I think Tony from up the road has borrowed a few of my guitars. Jake's borrowed a few of my guitars. Jake has quite a lot of my gear at the moment, to be fair, but I'm pretty liberal with this sort of stuff, where it's a bit like, yeah, I think it's quite a cool way to sort of interface with gear, if we could use a horrible word like that, where you don't have to spend a load of money and you don't necessarily have to get attached to a guitar, even if sometimes you do, like the Nacho thing. Yeah, it's like a nice way to sort of bond over gear and stuff like that, as well as, you know, not having to spend any money. What are we saying on this camera? Is this a thumbs up on this one? It hasn't dropped any frames either. I don't know how that's happened. Is this a thumbs up? Boutique Teles or Duesenbergs. I played with a team for a while, and all the other guy owned was Juicy's and Veritas guitars. I played an Ibanez. Nice. Buffering. Shouldn't be. That seems like it should be a you thing, Chris. 2012 Camry is a popular car, mate. Have we got Camrys in this car? Camrys in this country? Or is that an American thing? Hey Lyle, how you doing? Cabronita with TV Jones. That was the Gretsch. So this is an OBS tail. I'm afraid, Lyle, when I do a video, it will be a sponsored one. But they kind of asked me if I would be interested in checking this out, and I thought I'd put it through its paces. I did use it on a gig the other day, trying to get some audio, but the audio was naff, and I think I had some noise isolation stuff on it. So in this case here, we're hearing audio through the Helix, but I need to test that out a bit more. But yeah, send them this live stream and tell them to pay up. Are we approving of this camera then? Because I'd like to be able to use this thing regularly if it's working well. Quality looks good, haven't seen it buffer. The buffering would probably be an internet issue for me, but normally by now we would have had some internet issues. Doesn't look very good, but it's not dropping out. I thought it was looking good, people were saying. This camera seems to handle exposure better than Logi. What does it look like if I put it... Does it not look very good because it's me on the other end of it? That looks better than normal, doesn't it? Well. Stop consuming Telecasters before Telecasters consume you. Good compared to what? My normal stream. Sign audio, not yours. I know you guys have it, but so for a bit of context for you guys, by the way, this computer here is sat on a windowsill, and out there is outside of the house. So I'm just here because I'm babysitting. So I have to be able to be down here with the dogs and the baby. So that's kind of how this works. It's low contrast with a fisheye curve. All right, Lyle, bruv. What do you mean by low? It's low light is what's going on here as well. Is the Tele bridge pickup magic due to the pickup or the way it's mounted? A lot of people swear by their direct body contact of everything with the Tele. Lyle, what is your opinion on like a Tele bridge pickup? I wonder if part of why a Strat sounds like a Strat is because you've got springs here. Versus like the mechanical Tele thing where it's like a hardtail with brass. Like everything about a Tele bridge is quite distinct from a Strat bridge, right? So I don't think it's necessarily down to pickups particularly, or not tons. The Tele has that metal plate. Yeah, that's one of the differences. I think the sound of a Tele bridge pickup has a lot to do with the massive back plate. Could do. I was reading Ron Ellis doesn't like to put bridge plates on a Strat because he feels like it removes some of the harmonics, so that might be why a Strat bridge seems brighter. If you have a brass bridge plate on a Tele, it does improve the sound and makes it a bit brighter. Interesting. Tele bridge pickup is a 40s lap steel pickup. Part of it might be the whole Tele bridge and the fact that the pickup mounts directly to the broad bridge assembly. Could be. How come PRS can do the Strat thing better than Fender? I think that would be a contentious question. I'm not sure if they do it better. I think they do a pretty good Strat alternative, I guess I'd say. I think there's a different set of priorities and pressures with Fender, right? Like for me, PRS seem to care that like the Silver Sky is slightly lighter. Matthew K reckons the PRS NF53 gets pretty close with what they're doing. I'm holding out for the 6-in-line headstock PRS Silver Sky. I think a PRS with a 6-in-line would look quite weird. Ravioli Jones mounted a Tele pickup in my Strat. Sounds different but not drastically. Sounds similar to my normal pickup with a plate and doesn't require as much modding. Not worth. Interesting. Charles says PRS only has the one neck shape for Strats. Yeah. Harry wants a PRS SE Fiore. That's a good shout. What is the neck shape on a PRS Fiore, by the way? Would that be a different shape, Charles? And do we count that as a Strat? Would love to see PRS do a core model NF3. So that would be... Yeah, I have to say the NF3 SE I don't like as much as the Silver Sky SE. Psionic hand-wired boutique amps, are they always better than mass-produced amps? I'm going to say that Psionic Audio's answer to that is going to be no. I know that Psionic Audio, from watching a few of these things, does say that a well-produced PCB is in a lot of ways, or some ways, superior to hand-wired. You think a 6-in-line PRS would look weird while holding a 3-a-side Strat? Well, yeah, I do. I think the PRS headstock, as much as it is a turn-off for some people, it is like a feature of the guitar, and I think a PRS without the PRS headstock would look a bit weird. Don't you? It is a... But I think the headstock is what turns it from being just a Strat thing into a PRS Stratty thing. Faded Black Tele. Faded Black Tea tomorrow. Thanks for all the advice. I hope it's a good one. Any requests for any tunes? It's obviously the Toyota Camry. What key should we do Autumn Leaves in, Derek? And then we could do Message in a Bottle in a minute. And then Human Nature, I guess. Eric Johnson's Cliffs of Dover. Nathaniel Murphy. Lyle. Yeah, alright, that's enough of that. What did we have? Message in a bottle. I don't really like any of it except for the verse. How did you get your start loving music? Did you grow up in a musical family? Yes. So my dad plays trombone and a bit of piano, a bit of guitar, and my mum plays saxophone. She can actually play a bit of guitar as well. I've had piano lessons from the age of 5. I think that was really quite important in terms of getting a theory start, because I think a lot of guitarists don't really get a good head start in theory. I didn't start guitar until I was 8, by which point, I don't know, it was probably grade 1, 2, 3 or 4 or something like that on piano. Grade 1 maybe. Grade 1 or 2. Anyway, and then by the time I was seriously into guitar, 14 or whatever, I'd done up to grade 6 on piano, so I kind of got theory through all of that. And then guitar was just about playing guitar. I didn't have to worry about learning theory, which was nice. Right, what was I going to do? Message in a bottle. We'll do it in a different key, so hopefully I don't get a hit. 2, 3, 4. Petrucci was on a live stream, or commented on a live stream. Sato has commented on something way far long ago. There's enough message in the bottom, isn't it? I might have to play that on Thursday night. What else was there? Derek, you can turn the HX Stomp tuner on with the page right in action. Open up. Know of any mods to make that conveniently accessible via foot? Yeah, there is someone who's made, I think, a switch that does that. I think, but I wouldn't necessarily trust it. Human Nature. What else was there? Right, let's work through these. East-West, I don't know that. Sean Tubbs last week did comment. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's the most famous though. I think John Petrucci, Matthias Asato, maybe. I can't remember. There might be some others that I'm forgetting. It's hard to remember. No, Tom Bukovac. I don't think he's the biggest fan. Tom Bukovac's commented on a few. What preset was this? I'm using JC Dual Litty Artist, which is from the Gumroad Dual amps followers. Rob Harris, I message Rob Harris and we talk on WhatsApp, so I wouldn't count him. Is the crooked frame by the entrance into the east wing behind you intentional? Yes. Chris Butler, the original is on the CME channel, did it before Beato. Right, what was the... I had another request there. Feel free to leave a super chat if you want to, for me trying your request. There was Wicked Game, someone suggested, so this... I've done that one before, I think. I've got a kappa here. Maybe I should use a kappa for this. Right. B minor. Right, let's try this. Right, let's move this capo. This is the helix right now. I don't have tabs, this is improvised. I know the song Wicked came from him, to be honest. Why are you going to be up in an hour or two, Jim? Brad asks, any slide guitar playing in the future? I should maybe give it a go again. I've not, to be honest, done anything. But there's other things. Maybe, I don't know, this is the thing, just getting older a bit and having a daughter. It's a bit like, what should I actually focus on? Maybe like jazz would be the main thing. Derek asks if I ever played a Novo Ceres J. I haven't. No, sorry. What time there? It is 9:15. My wife's currently teaching a neighbour's daughter, so I'm on baby duties, and obviously being a responsible parent, I use that time to live stream, chat to you guys. If anyone feels like chucking something in the old donations pot, do feel free, but don't feel like you have to. If I was rich, I would buy JNC3 Novo guitars. I don't think I'd necessarily love to play them. I played Charlie Allen's. The comments were rife with people who thought it was the ugliest guitar ever made. I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but I think the bodies are a bit big for me. Like, I'm not just a normal sized person. Disinclined to do jazz videos because they tend to get demonetized. I would have thought jazz standards would be old enough. No, it just gets clapped by like a Latin type thing, which is fine. It's just a little bit of a demotivating factor, and I thought, to be honest, it could be the sort of thing I could do on Patreon anyway, maybe, I don't know, but it's more of a time thing as well, trying to find time to do like a sensible jazz tune a week. Difficult. Everyone forgets I'm 4'6" exactly. I'm Guthrie trap height. Don't tell them I said that. What else are we doing? 70 years from death of author. Yeah, we got our lawyer here. But it doesn't work like that on YouTube. So basically, whatever it sounds close to, it's going to get automatically. So like Body and Soul will just be some version that someone's done because it's automatically demonetized. It goes to a tune that sounds like it automatically. Oh, that's super appreciated, Sloan. Cheers. Right. Any requests? What was the other one? There was another one. I can't scroll far. Oh, Human Nature. Well, this is definitely going to get the stream demonetized. So if you want, if you want to make up for that, then do feel free. That bit's kind of hard. Right, we're going to just set up a loop to start. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. Is that right? No, that's not right. I'll start that again, sorry. You might be clipping it. 3, 4. Say something. Should we try that in a sec? That's a test. Tim Pierce was on Black and White. we can play over this. I need to go again on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's cool, Paul. See if I can do this. Chris, you keep mixing this up. The Twat 1 is the Tele. The Twat 2 is the Strat, which has a V-neck. It's kind of a bit of a bigger feeling neck, maybe with a bit more of a shoulder, but the main difference is that it's never been like an attempted #1 guitar. Old Man Fran, what would be an easy to use multi-effects to replace a board for sets with variety of styles? Thinking of 8x effects. Not a purist, good enough is enough. Absolutely, 8x effects is a really good choice, and I think the best form factor of any of those multi-effects things. It's a really great pedal. The scribble strips, the color coding of stuff, being able to assign stuff easily to multiple switches or multiple effects to one switch. I'd say the HX effects might be one of the more underrated pedals out there. Is the 52 boat neck shape? Boss Enjoyer asks. I think they just call it boat neck. Does John still have a rev star? I don't, Keith. I'm afraid. Any other requests? How many notes do I know? I know 12. Well, I guess you've got in between notes as well, right? But I don't really hear them in the same way. But you've got like bent notes. Anyone got any other requests for stuff whilst the wife is still teaching? Vidis Sick says some nice words. Thanks for that. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. But it's just me trying to do a thing. Yeah, that is not that easy to do, by the way. Someone said it sounds hard. Vultures jam. Over the chorus or the verse? Can we do both? don't remember that. I don't remember that one at all. No, I don't remember it, I'm afraid. Right, Vultures we can try. Let's see. A birch green player 2 telly. No longer have a weird smell to them. Yeah, I thought it may be a one-off. I've not heard of Aidan Kroll. I really like playing Georgia on My Mind, Old Man Fran. I dig that tune to play. What's the other one? What a Difference a Day Made, I love to play. That's a really fun one. Let me see. quite similar to Misty. I quite like playing that one. Wife's just coming home. Right, so get a question in if you've got one. Jeff has got a Silver Sky. What colour did you get? Oh. Jeff, what colour Silver Sky did you get? And are you digging it? So you love it. Hey Matthew. What key are they in? Walk flat. Do you use foot pedal for the computer, like the mic volume? Yeah, I've got a gain which I can turn on or off, so if the dogs get loud I can turn that down a bit. Venetian Blue, I can't stop playing it, can't wait to get off work to go home and play. What's your job, Jeff? I hope you're having a good day. To sing. Oh, crits, was that the left-handed one? I'm sure it'll be there a while. Favourite Mesa Boogie amp? I think I just ran out. Or battery. This thing just flashed. Is it tracking me now? Yes, it is. I've accidentally activated that. I work for Axiom Space in Houston. We are building a space station.
Did you just say Houston?
Are you for real, Jeff? Yeah, it's Houston.
Houston.
I don't think it matters. They got a problem anyway. Do I have a favourite open tuning to play in? The only one I've experimented really with is Dadgad. My favourite Mesa Boogie amp would be... Is that motorised? No, it's AI. It is motorised. It's a thing. And I have a hatred for Poundland. Sorry to hear that, bud. John, 500 million for being part of a 100 versus 1 gorilla. You're in. Are you in? Try OpenSea. Don't tell me what to do, Harry. Have you ever tested the Tech 21 fly rigs? No, I've heard and seen a bit about them. I don't know how do I stop this thing doing the tracking thing. Yeah, that worked. It's quite cool, isn't it? And it's not dropped any frames, whereas my Logitech one would have. I don't know. I'm quite impressed. Is anyone else impressed by that? Leave your favourite, what do you think of this camera versus the old ones? And no, I've not tried the Tech 21 fly rigs. And motorised panning. Sounds coming through the Helix, not the camera mic. Kneel before chord. The way you're pronouncing Houston is the way General Zod does in the 1980s Superman movie. I've always tried to, you know, be a bit more like Zod. It's an exciting gig. That is pretty cool. Tor likes his Mesa Boogie Mark 590. I really like a Mesa Boogie Lone Star. If I could only have one Mesa Boogie, it would be that, maybe. I would see if the settings in the streaming app will allow you to turn up the brightness. There's no light coming from here because it's nighttime outside, so that's why there'd be no light now. So before, I don't know if you see earlier in the stream, it was pretty good, I thought. But we're now in a low light situation where the background is lit more than me. If I had a light there, it might be better. Let's try this a second. Anyway, I should probably go now and we should go and watch a film, like a horror or something. 5 PM we start at Lyme Regis on Sunday, Lenny. What does this do? Except for blind me. Joy Buzzer. Houston, Texas is pronounced like the name Hugh. Wait, I pronounce Hugh Who as well. In New York it's like Houston. Ken says hi to Lenny. The name of the band is Jake Loosemore Trio. Right, thanks everyone for stopping by. I'm going to turn off this. I'm going to stop streaming. I'll catch you in another video soon. Why am I talking as if this is an actual video? It's a live stream. There's real people watching. I'll catch you around. Don't laugh. This is serious. Yes.
Have you put up that video yet of me recording you?
I don't know, mate. I'll see you around. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Sloan. Thank you, everyone who's left a donation thing. I appreciate it. I'll use it to buy a coffee or something. Deep Gym Pack says, been good knowing you, as if something ominous is going to happen in the night. Hopefully I don't die in my sleep. Cheers, everyone.